how much I really love you. Sing it till you're trying again. Oh, Casanova.
Live from the helm. 13th year in the association. It's going to be the best one yet. It just gets better with time. It's like fine wine. I'm excited. More days like this. More sunny days like this. Thank you, Apollo. We love you. What a smooth ride this morning. Oh my goodness.
So let me love you.
Wow. Not a cloud in the sky. All the fog is nowhere to be seen. And we got a great day of work ahead of us.
I think our fans are so wise in terms of their knowledge of the game. They recognize everything Kevin did for this franchise, so I would expect nothing less than a huge ovation.
Kevin was looking forward. We talked to him yesterday, looking forward to coming back and playing before the fans. Obviously, it turned out great for him and you guys, but when you reflect on it, are you like, wow, that was really a special stretch of our time here in Golden State with him?
Yeah, it was, Kevin's arrival turned us into one of the most talented teams ever. And he was such a perfect fit next to our guys. Kevin is kind of a perfect fit next to anybody, but he just fit beautifully next to our group. And we became an incredibly dominant team with him here. And, I still maintain the level of play in the 2017 finals. I've never seen anything like it. And Kevin obviously was MVP, but Cleveland was loaded with talent. So difficult to get stops in that series because both teams were, so talented and potent. And I always remember Game 5. Kevin just down the stretch, knocking down shot after shot, keeping Cleveland at bay, and the one title we won here in the Bay out of the 4. The others were all on the road. So I think that was at 17. I get my years mixed up. I'm old now. So 17. But that was, to me, that's a team's, 16-1 in the playoffs. I think one of the great teams of all time, and just how thrilling for all of us here, coaches, players, fans, everybody here in the Bay to just be part of that, and so I'll forever be grateful for Kevin's contributions and what he meant to us.
Steve,
display tomorrow night because we're not where we need to be yet, but I think the clarity that we have as a coaching staff, organizationally, like we can see where this team is going. So that's a great sign. You get, bumps in the road. Hopefully we don't have too many of them, but one of them came with Draymond's injury right before camp. So we'll have to ease in a little bit. We put in a ton of stuff early on, both ends of the floor. We got to whittle that down. Our players have to get comfortable. So it's a long way of saying we're going to be way better in a month or two. But that doesn't mean we can't get off to a good start, play a great game tomorrow, play well over the next couple weeks as we're fitting Draymond back in.
Steve, I know you said that Trace and Brandon are advanced in terms of how they've come into the league, but do you still envision them getting their fair share of reps down in Santa Cruz this season?
Yeah, I think it's in the league. So everything that I've seen backs that up. Nothing really surprises me. Mostly I'm just really thrilled to be collaborating with him because he's got a lot of knowledge. I mean, all of his time in the league, as good as he's been, what he has experienced in the playoffs, FIBA. I just enjoy talking shop with Chris, and a lot of little details in some of the actions that he's run consistently over the years. I'm learning from him. He's telling me what he's looking at and what what he's trying to do with the defense and manipulate the defense a little bit. And it's fun to just hear him express that because I learned from him.
Another thing I had was when you look at Phoenix now with obviously Bradley and the new additions they've made, what do you see when you look at them?
Extremely talented. Frank's always been an excellent coach, so I expect them to be tight defensively, connected, and we know Kevin better than anybody. I mean, I've said it. He's the most skilled offensive player ever. At that size with that kind of shooting ability and ability to get his own shot. Never been anybody quite like Kevin. So you have to win the game in the margins, because Devin and Brad and Kevin are all going to get their points and create their own shots, but can't give up the back cut, can't give up the box out, can't send them to the line 28 times. So it's you got to win the game in the margins.
This will be your 19th of these. Do you still, get the same level of excitement and/or nervousness, that you did for that first one in 05, I think?
Yeah, absolutely. Steph asked me that today during practice while we was warming up, and I told him, the minute you don't get that, it's time to be done. So we talked about that for a little while. So definitely excited and ready to go.
Chris, this won't be your first time playing against a former team, but does it feel good to almost get it out of the way right away? Does that kind of, instead of having to wait down the line?
19 years. I don't know if I didn't play the team the first time, but I don't really think that much about it. You know what I'm saying? I sort of knew as soon as the trade happened that was, been through this a while. So you're gonna play them 4 times anyway.
It was just camp and preseason games, and you guys still are missing Draymond, but just how do you think it's all been coming together? And is it kind of what you pictured and envisioned when you first arrived here?
Yeah. I mean, we got a chance to spend time during the summer. Obviously, you don't know injuries gonna happen, like the thing with Draymond, but it's been probably even better, just because we got such a great group of guys. We got a great coaching staff. It's been a lot of fun, but I also understand, man, it's funny, training camp, I mean, it's real fast now. It's a few practices, game coming up. So we still got a lot of different things we got to iron out, but we ready to get playing.
In that situation tomorrow?
It'll be fun, man. It's crazy. Me and Book, we so close. It's going to be like that for life. And obviously, he's been on my team for the last 3 years, so it'll be interesting playing against him for the first time tomorrow. But I'm sure after, the first couple minutes, it'll be, like it was when I was in OKC and Houston and all that before. But it definitely should be fun.
Curious, when Keon was just in here, he was saying how, Kevon was in here, he was saying how that, you may not think it, but they still need to hear your voice even more. He's like, no, you're trying to fit in, but he's like, hey, we still need to hear him. Are you getting that sense, or are you just trying to fit in and implement your leadership ways?
I mean, I'm figuring it out, and then anytime you go into a new team, it's always different personalities. You know what I mean? And you got to figure out, especially as a point guard, I can talk to this guy this way, that guy that way, and you sort of figure that out. And Loon has been amazing because Draymond and everybody always say that Loon don't say much, but everything that's going on. So I'm constantly talking to him, and also understanding too that without Dre being out there right now, we're similar in a lot of ways. So it's going to be fun. I mean, we did a defensive drill today, and I was just excited that he was out there because he's talking as much as I am, you know, and I think that's just going to help our defense. And so when you have somebody who's already vocal, you just learn when to pick your spot. So.
Okay. The only other thing I had was you had such great years in Phoenix. Do you even bring any emotion from your time there into this, or is it just like, look, it's opening night, I'm on a new team, let's get started?
I think I play the game the same way every time I play. I'm an emotional guy when I play, when I hoop, but not because of that situation. You know what I mean? I think I play emotional just because of who I am. You know, so opening night, it's a new team. You know, I know what I bring to the table. You know, and that's an edge every time that I play. So been like that for a long time, and I don't see it changing.
What kind of things are you and your staff pinpointing as things you want to see when you're going up against the Warriors and the Lakers, just two very capable opponents right away?
You know, I think the biggest thing for me is the effort piece. You know, and we want to be an elite effort team. You know, we have one of the most talented teams in the NBA, and you know, if we're a team that plays harder every night, we're going to win most nights. You know, and you know, and also how unselfish we play. You know, we're going to play hard and play together.
Coach, what have you learned about Kevin as a defender, and what do you feel like he's going to be able to do in your system?
He works. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't know a lot about him as a defender, other than obviously just competing against him. You know, but his IQ, you know, when you're talking about game plans and coverages, and you know, having ideas on certain things, but also, you know, understanding the layers of what we're trying to do defensively and why we're trying to do it. His appreciation for the nuances of our defense, you know, have been great, and his effort has been off the charts, both in practice and in the preseason game. So I'm really excited about what he's going to bring to that side of the ball.
It's going to be like for you going through a full season with teammates like KD and Book, and does that take any pressure off of you? Do you feel more comfortable that you can kind of settle in and do what you want to do?
I mean, pressure is always a crazy word. That's always like an expectation of other people's, you know, opinion. And, you know, we have our goals. We know what we want to do. Obviously, everybody has their opinion of us as well. But we're just here to have fun, man, and compete at the highest level and try to win a championship. You know, that's all we want to do. And we understand it starts with us. And, you know, we have to make sure that we're available. But I'm beyond excited that I get to share a floor with these two guys, you know, this whole entire year. So I'm looking forward to it.
Have you guys